Duck face.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here to kick off the Institute of Holiday Studies with the signing of this articulation agreement between Texas A&M University Commerce and the North Pole.
So, are you ready to do the interview?
Give me my cookies, man. So let's talk about the Institute of Holiday Studies. There's many things that are happening across the campus that are exciting for the university, for the students, for the professors.
Next. Yeah. I'm sorry. We work with a program called Earthkind, trying to harmonize plants and people and the environment. And so we went out looking for different strains of mistletoe to evaluate, decide which one was best for the holiday season. The first one here, this is called the T-Swift. This is a variety that's very similar to our plain mistletoe. We got kind of bland results from this. We had one comment that said, "Why did that kiss taste like burnt turkey?"
I am excited to be teaching a course on holiday music, and we'll be looking at, jingle bells and trite things like that. I'm really excited to be delving into more complex holiday songs like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer. People don't realize really how profound that piece really is.
So for the Institute of Holiday Studies, the brand new electrical engineering department here at Texas A&M Commerce, we're performing research associated with Christmas spirit. Christmas spirit comes from an individual, comes from the mind, comes from the body. So there has been a problem in the past with Christmas lights, the fact that Christmas lights go out. There has been much experimentation where the mind has been connected directly to devices. At this point, in performing Fourier analysis of the signals, we're able to take what was previously a wired environment and create a wireless environment.
So yoga during the holidays can be very beneficial, and little known fact, there are actually yoga poses specifically for the holidays. For example, in yoga we have tree. So during the holidays, instead of having just tree, we actually have Christmas tree with a star on top. Some other poses that we have in yoga are named after animals found in nature. Instead of deer pose, we have reindeer pose. Very good at stretching out different muscles in the body and preparing you for the stress of the holidays.
And coming up. And slowly switching.
As a part of the Institute of Holiday Studies, the rescuing of the Grinch Heart was really a special kind of project. Although he had received heart therapy earlier from the Who's, over the years, some of that tissue had atrophied and formed scar tissue. The first step was to try to get some cells from the Grinch that we could take, put in a culture dish, and cause them to differentiate and be cardiac cells so that we could put them back in the Grinch's body.
This is one that comes from Southern California, especially in the hills outside of Hollywood. This one was a little bit hotter than what we were looking for. Some of the kisses that we got after this one probably lasted a little bit longer than they needed to. In addition to the issues that we had with it, we've also found that it's become very invasive. We had it growing in trees, we had it growing in classrooms, we had it...
Guys, I hate to interrupt, but we really got to look at something here.
Oh, that's some of the Red Hot.
Like, really?
Christmas Sweaters 101 is the one that I teach, especially around Christmas time. It's so great. When I talk to my class about Christmas sweaters, what happens is that when you're thinking about where do you put that reindeer and where do you put that snowflake, and it's very important, and we go through it intensely for a good critique, because even though it looks like it's just placed, there's some aesthetic nature, and we talk about balance a lot.
So when you look at Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer musically, what's interesting about it is the incredible economy of means that the composer uses. For example, the melody line. So very few notes. A chord change, right? We went from the 1 chord to the 4 chord. All of that, really just with the one harmony underneath. I mean, imagine what Bach could have done if he realized that you really only needed 2 chords. Think of the time he would have saved. Wasn't there something about cookies? Was there cookies and milk? Oh, thank you. So just a second, I'll get to the
my main focus with the Institute of Holiday Studies is to analyze the type of supply chain management and marketing activity that take place to help the holiday season be successful for commercial vendors.
So during the holidays, I know that a lot of people spend time shopping. Sometimes that is online shopping. So you want to make sure that you're stretching out, the index finger, the clicker. So when you're on Amazon buying those purchases, you've got to warm up beforehand. A lot of clicking is involved, so some yoga stretches there.
So this is really cool. Watch this. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Walking home from our house Christmas Eve. That's all it took. With renewable energy associated with Christmas spirit, Christmas lights will no longer ever go out. If you can imagine where this can go, from this one strand of lights to the entire world being powered by Christmas spirit, the Christmas spirit becomes the renewable energy of the future.
Well, in Texas, they get really hot. It's about 80 degrees outside right now. They get a little uncomfortable at first, but after a while, after talking about the sweaters and the designs of them, they really embrace the fact. I think they're all good. I do. I think it's good. It's all good.
We were able to culture cells that we had obtained from the Grinch's hair now. They had the green color, they were perfect examples. And we were able to inject those cells into those scarred areas. It started to beat, it started to give him energy, and it's changed his whole attitude. And you could just see it. He lit up. He had reached a level of what you might think of as an elf in terms of the Christmas spirit, of wanting to participate in the Christmas season. And in fact, I hesitate to say this, but he had almost reached the level of Santa Claus himself.
This is the latest strain that we found. This is one we actually identified on our farm. This is a particular strain of mistletoe that is found only on bodark trees. People told us it made you feel warm and cozy. I love this, and I know exactly who I want to spend Christmas with now. And we're calling this the Lions Love Mistletoe. And I'm actually very excited because working with the IHS has given me an opportunity to work with other people and to work on something that really is an important part of our year.
There's a lot of benefits that come out of the Institute of Holiday Studies. So my proposal is that we consider some other holiday to focus on. Arbor Day, Tax Day, Boss's Day.
Well, I'm very excited to learn about the Institute of Holiday Studies, and I think it's a fantastic innovation. So often we just go through the motions of the holidays without really stopping to consider the deeper implications of what we're doing.
I find it a great joy that A&M Commerce is embracing the Institute for Holiday Studies this year. It's quite joyful for me.
Hopefully, through taking these courses, students will leave with a renewed appreciation for gift giving, spreading Christmas joy and cheer for all to hear.